Hello, everyone. This is Princess Ariel coming to you with a very quick car chat. And today I'm going to be talking about my night terrors and why I've been having so many night terrors as of late. It's like far back as I can remember, I've been having them, and it really like decreases my sleep time. So, because I used to go to bed sometimes between like 12 and 1, I guess. Because, I drive part time at night for a couple of hours just to have a little extra cash. And so by the time I get to bed, sometimes it's like after 1 o'clock, especially if I'm like checking emails on the phone, talking to my friends and stuff like that. I get to bed late. But I try to do it intentionally just because when I do fall asleep, um, I usually start to have really horrible, scary dreams. And I soon realized that a lot of my nightmares come from trauma. So if I'm watching too much news and say I see something traumatic in the news that really like makes me gasp or something like that, you can just set your watch to whenever I fall asleep. I'm gonna dream something either exactly the same or something kind of like more scarier than like what I saw. And it took me like a long time to kind of figure out why I was always having bad dreams, but I think a lot of it came from just personal traumas growing up as a kid that is trans and stuff like that, and not knowing what trans was back then, and always being around a bunch of, religious people and people in the community just didn't understand my personality as a little kid and not being as friendly, so I would have a lot of nightmares and just a lot of verbal language that I was growing up around that was just inappropriate for a small kid. And so as I got older and older, the trauma dreams never stopped. I never was having any happy dreams. And if I would have a happy dream, it would just be very rare. And if it was happy, to be happy for a minute and then it would turn into something tragical. And so later on, when I discovered that I was, you know, living and I was like actually wanted to live as a girl and not a boy, um, that stuff subsided in me, like all of those kind of feelings of suicide and stuff like that. And then I could start to get closer to like, why am I having bad dreams all the time? Is it because the way society shapes, you know, people like me in a box and try to paint us out to be these monsters and stuff like that? But in the dreams, I would always be like the victim of these traumas. So it was a while for me to kind of figure it all out, but I did eventually figure out, oh, these are trauma dreams. So I'd have to limit myself to how much scary movies I watched, how much news, visual things of people, being killed or in car accidents or floods or whatever it is global, because, I watch global news. So whatever's going on in the world, I had to limit myself to how much of it I intake because, sure enough, it would seep into my nightmares. And so, like, I would say around the last election time, I don't know why I had this really scary dream, but it was like, it gave like something from the 1900s, like pretty much 1800s. We'll go that far back. So, pioneer days when, people were still on, buggies and horseback and stuff like that, and people were with bonnets on their heads and long skirts and things like that. And these people in my dream had surrounded my house, and they had the pitchforks, they had the fire sticks. It was like a total southern scary nightmare. And the house where I lived, it has like two creeks on the property, but like further down on one side, it's all wooded and it's very steep to get down to the creek. In my dream, it was like a mountain, and the house was sitting on the side of like a mountain. And so the people chased me out of the house. I couldn't really see their faces, but you know what pioneers gave back then. So, and So they chased me out of the house with the pitchforks and the fire sticks and all the stuff. And then when I got to the edge of the mountain, their dogs came and the dogs pretty much barked me over the edge. And as I was falling over the edge, I just started falling down, 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 down. But instead of a creek at the bottom, it was like the ocean. Like it was just, it was so scary. And then when I hit the water, I woke up and then I realized like the bed shook. I kind of almost fell out off of the bed, like on the edge of the bed. And then the dogs were like looking at me like, Mom, what's wrong with you? Why are you, shaking and scared? And they were licking my feet, licking my face, trying to wake me up. And they just was shocked. Like they were like, just what happened? And I realized like, oh, you watched something on the news that was very disturbing. It sounded like something from way back when, and it's then seeped into your dreams, because I usually leave the TV on when I sleep at night. I didn't like sleeping with the TV off because that would just make me have even worse like dreams and nightmares or whatever. And so that was one of my scariest dreams that I can like remember. Like that was so bad. I'm trying to think of anything else. Hold on, they're fighting. There's a fight going on. These ladies are fighting. We had to interrupt my story because they're fighting. I don't know what's going on. I am so sorry, you guys. They're fighting. I guess they said that two ladies stole dog food and then ran out of the store, so I don't know what's going on. But we're just gonna have to. Anyway, right. I'm speechless. I don't know what's going on. I was trying to give you guys a quick story time, and then we had some drama. So I'm like, furious. I'm gonna have to edit this. I'm gonna have to edit it, but I don't know what the hell just happened. I think somebody just stole dog food out the store. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about that. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 because like that, I don't know what's going to find out what's going on. So I'll have to get back with you guys on. We'll do a part 2 of the story time, and I'll edit this and chop it up and put this on. So anyway, let's take a pause, and I'll get back with you guys later. Bye, everybody. Thank you for listening.